welcome to the Big Brave broadcast. My name is SEL Rosario, but you can call me your caring correspondent Chase. And I'm here to tell you that what we have on the inside can make the world a better place. I see you, and I know that you have what it takes to think big and be brave. Each episode will meet strong people, learn powerful words, and practice new skills so that you can choose your own path and tell your own story. I'm so excited! Let's get our brains ready to read, rise, and revolutionize. And now for today's top story. Thanks, Correspondent Chase. And now for today's top story. Today, we are going to meet a man by the name of Gustavo Dudamel. Now, if you've ever seen an orchestra and you've seen the guy standing in front doing like this, that's called the conductor. And Gustavo was a conductor but did so many other things. I don't want to tell you guys too much about it. I'm going to let you, Elias, and the professor learn more. And go.
Bienvenidos y bienvenido. Welcome back. I'm the professor, but you may already know that. What I don't know, though, is who do I have the pleasure of being in the office with me today?
Professor, my name is Elias.
Elias, a pleasure to meet you. Now, Elias, if you would be so kind, indulge me for a moment. Can I tell you a story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I've got this story about this composer, this Latin American composer. He is one of the best in the world at what he does.
Professor,
What happened?
that's not a story. You're talking about a real person.
Oh, I tend to do that a lot. Well, but see, here's the thing now, Elias, because if it's a real person, then we can only do this in one place. And that means we got to go to the Thunderdome. You ready to go to the Thunderdome?
Yes.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Boop.
Professor? Oh, there you go.
Did you go left or right at the corner? So here we are back in the Thunderdome. And Elias, at this point, you know what comes next. Second verse, same as the first. So before we get to growing our brains, I need your help. Say it with me now. I can learn big, brave things.
Big brave things.
Let's go.
Let's go. This is Gustavo Dudamel.
Would you look at that? There he is.
He's from a country in South America. He was from the country Venezuela.
So remind me real quick, what continent is Venezuela on?
Venezuela is in South America.
That's right. So he was from South America, and then he went to North America to do a lot of the work that he ended up doing. I got you. Thank you.
Professor, did you find the book yet?
I didn't forget this time. I got it. Hold on. Right here. What it says here, actually, about Gustavo Dudamel, is that he is one of the best conductors in the world. Now, a conductor, do you know what a conductor is, Elias? Okay. So a conductor is basically like the head of a really, really big band. And so what Dudamel does is he makes sure they all play together, they all sound pretty, they all work together as one. Think of it kind of like being an artist, but like on a really, really big scale. So he is a conductor. Can you say that for me one time, Elias?
He is a conductor.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I appreciate you.
Professor, why do you think he is important?
Elias, a great question. I appreciate you coming strong with the questions today. And it's a little bit complicated though, right? Because he created this orchestra called Yola. And it was basically an orchestra for people who wouldn't otherwise get a chance to play, to be involved in music like this. It is the Youth Orchestra of Los Angeles. So why do I think it's important? Because Dudamel gave people the chance to explore music that they wouldn't otherwise have. So why Dudamel was important is because he gave people a chance to explore music that they wouldn't otherwise have.
That's really cool.
So, Elias, I want to thank you because I've learned so much with you today. We're trying to work through a whole bunch of things, trying to learn a whole bunch of things, and I appreciate you for it. But unfortunately, I'm probably going to forget it here in a second, and in fact, I already have. So I need your help. who specifically did we learn about today? What was this guy's name?
Gustavo Dudamel.
Gustavo Dudamel. That's right. And where was Gustavo Dudamel from?
From Venezuela.
That's right. In Venezuela, in South America, that continent, and then he moved. I got you. Okay, thank you for that. And what was it, Elias, that Gustavo Dudamel did? What did he do?
He was a conductor.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so Elias, I appreciate it again. Thank you so much for helping me out with answering all these questions.
Wait, Professor.
What happened?
Got the most important part. Always ask why.
You know what? Good point. Always important to remain curious. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. So, wait a minute. But Elias, why was it important?
Because he gave people a chance not many people had.
That's a good call. I like that. He gave people a chance that not many of them had. Okay. All right. I like that. That's a good thought. That's a good idea. I like how you worded that, Elias. So again, I wanted to tell you, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me here back in the office. Thank you for being with me here today. Thank you so much for talking a little bit about Gustavo Dudamel with me. But I've been asking a lot of questions of you. So I wanted to give you the opportunity here as we wrap up here in the office to ask me a question. So are there any questions that you have for the professor?
Actually, yes.
Oh, okay.
What is your favorite show, Professor?
My favorite show? My favorite show is actually something I think you'd expect from the professor. So I like to watch the news a lot. And so I watch this show called Vice News Tonight on a pretty consistent basis because I always like to take in information. I like watching the news, and I think they do it in the best way.
Yeah, my mom does that too.
Yeah, see, your mom and I have a lot in common. I appreciate that. But again, thank you so much for joining me, Elias. Thank you so much for joining me here in the office.
Thank you. I learned big, brave things. Bye.
Wow, we learned so much about Gustavo Dudamel. He wanted to make sure that anyone, no matter where they lived, could access music. But I wonder how he was feeling. Who can we go to tell us how he was feeling? That's right, Detective Ortiz. And now to Detective Ortiz.
Who? What? When? Where? Why? Who? What? When? Where?
Hi guys, it's Detective Ortiz. I heard that somebody was gonna help me out today. What's your name?
Detective Ortiz. My name is Javi.
Nice to meet you. Do you know the 5 questions detective like me asks?
I can help you out with that. Who, what, when, where, and why?
Wow, that was great. Look at you. What was the first question?
Who did we learn about?
You found who? Awesome. You know the next question?
What did they do?
You found what? Great job. What's the time for now?
When did this happen?
You found when? Spectacular. Where do we go from here?
Where in the world was this?
You found where? Fantastic. I know you guys know the last question. Why did they, say it with me, revolutionize? You found why. Incredible work. Y'all know what letter this makes?
The letter H.
Exactly, an H.
H for how.
Let's see.
Great job, junior detectives. You all found the feelings word. You found the word joyful. But I don't know what that word means. Who can we go to tell us what that word means? That's right, Grandmother Nature. And now to Grandmother Nature with Feeling Words Weather.
Whether you're feeling happy or whether you're feeling sad, whether you feel surprised or whether you're feeling mad, whatever the weather, we'll face it together, however you're feeling today.
Oh, maybe these.
Yeah, na, 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 na. Oh, maybe the triangle. Da, 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 da. Oh! Hi, guys, and welcome to the Feeling Words weather. I'm your grandmother Nature, and let me tell you, I am just having a ball with all these instruments. I've been feeling the rhythm. I've been playing my sticks and my triangle, and you guessed it, I found symbols. Anywho, did you all find the feelings word with Detective Ortiz? You did? What was it? What's that? Joyful? Well, you know what? I feel like I kind of feel joyful right now. I've been making music. I want to join this band at the community center called Grandma's Groovy Gals. Ah, so excited. I want to audition. Wait a second. What's that? It's a bird. It's a plane. It's La Valiente Bilingüe.
La valiente, 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 bilingüe, sharing her superpower de dos lenguajes. La valiente, 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 bilingüe.
Soy yo, la valiente bilingüe. It is I, la valiente bilingüe. Y yo tengo el poder de hablar en dos lenguajes. And I have the power to speak in two languages. Y estoy aquí para compartir este poder con todos ustedes. And I'm here to share this power with all of you. Today, we learned the word joyful. Let's use the power of two languages. You ready? En español se dice alegre. And when you feel joyful, you feel so happy inside that you want to share it with the whole world. Cuando te sientes alegre, te sientes tan feliz adentro que quieres compartir esa felicidad con todo el mundo. Okay, my super speakers, I'll see you next time.
Yo me siento alegre. Hey! You know what? I feel joyful. And now I know how to say it in Spanish. Alegre. Well, I wonder what category it goes into. Let's see. Bing! Right there in living color. Is it a sad word? Is it a mad word? Is it a scared word? Is it a Wait a second. Joyful. Look at that. We have a category as our feelings word. Wow. I'm guessing joyful is a joyful word, because when you feel joyful, you just have a happiness about you. You're doing something that really brings you a sense of joy. You know, my great grandmother said that joy stands for just offer yourself. And when you do something that really shows that you love it, you feel joyful. And you know what? You bring joy to others. Well, I can't wait for you to do something that makes you feel joyful. I'm going to keep practicing my instruments to audition for Granny's Groovy Gals. I'll see you next time.
Thanks, Grandmother Nature. We learned what the word joyful means, and we got to use our superpower and learn how to say it in Spanish, alegre. You know, Grandmother Nature was sure joyful playing all of those instruments. How can I tell her that I want to play instruments with her too? Communication. That sounds like a social skill. But who can we go to tell us about social skills? That's right, Coach Fran. And now to Coach Fran with Social Skills Sports.
Let's get ready to learn skills. Social skills. I said to stop, take a breath. I said to stop, take a breath. I said to think, what's my plan? I said to think, what's my plan? I said to stop, take a breath, then think, what's my plan? I said to stop, Take a breath, then think, what's my plan? All right. Now I've got it. Here we go.
Hiya, sports fans! This is Coach Fran, and I'm a fan having a plan. Got lots of plans for the big game, but we're not talking about the big game. We're talking about life, and you need social skills for life. Well, today you're going to learn a skill that you are going to use all of the time. We are going to use, big word, communication. Can you say that with me? Communication. That's right. How you tell someone else what you need, want, or feel. Let's look at the steps right here on the board. First, you want to stop and think. How does my voice sound? Because sometimes the tone of your voice is more important than the words you're saying. Ain't that the truth? Now, step 2. We are going to use a strategy. Just like those fancy athletes who juke and jive to get the ball, we're going to use a strategy. Teachers love this strategy. It's called an acronym. Can you say that? Acronym. That's right. When you use different letters to remind you of words. So let's spell one. H-O-W. How. That's right. Just like you find with Detective Ortiz. We're going to spell how. And it's going to give us 3 strategies we can use to communicate. Now, the H stands for hand. That's right. You can use your hand to give a signal. That's a cool way of communicating, like you're a spy. So, if I did this, what do you think I'm trying to communicate? That's right. Maybe I have a question or an answer, or I need some help. What if I did this? That's right. That's a way to communicate with my hand that I got it. What if I did this? That's right. That's a way to communicate with a signal. Now, the O stands for on paper. That's right. You can communicate on paper. You can write it down. You can write a note or a letter. You can even write one of those fancy-dancy text messages. So, the third strategy is W. That's right. Words. Using your words to speak. Saying, I feel, or I need, or I want. Well, I hope you have fun with communication for the rest of the day. See how many of the strategies you can use. Let's remember them. H is for raising your hand or using another signal. O is for writing it down on paper. That's right. And W is for using your words. Well, you seem to know it. I'm going to leave it to you. See you next time.
Awesome plan, Coach Fran. I'm going to use my new skill to communicate with Grandmother Nature. Grandmother Nature, I don't know if you know this, but I play a mean saxophone. May I please join your band, Granny's Groovy Gals? I would love to join your band. Well, that's all. Wait a minute. Did you hear that? I heard it too. I think that sound means it's time for... What did we learn today? Today we met... Do you remember who we met? That's right, Gustavo Dudamel. And we learned a new feelings word. Can you tell me what that word was? That's right, joyful. And we got to use our superpower and learn how to say it in Spanish, Alegre. We also learned a new social skill. Do you remember what that skill was? Awesome job, communication. Wow, you all definitely have the power to chase your dreams and change the world. Well, that's all the time I have with you today. But remember to think big and be brave. Bye.